Hi Sandy, how you doing? I got your work up now. I want to make some comments, and a lot of them, a few of my comments have to do with some of my recommendations from last week. So at this point, I think that there's some considerations in your presentation that haven't been thought of, and it's there's some important stuff I need to mention here. Okay, and a lot of it has to do with your understanding of the project itself. Okay, over here at Trade Show Booth, you have versus point of view. I don't know what that means. But you have human rights, social justice. Then over here you have human rights versus social justice. So you're kind of insinuating or suggesting that there's some sort of choice here to be made, and you by that versus, okay, and that I think is really throwing this whole thing into the wrong direction. It's not human rights versus social justice; it's human rights and social justice. If you go back here, you can see human rights and social justice. What is human rights and social justice? I mean, it's social justice through um, application of equitable human rights. So social justice through the elimination of child trafficking, social justice through the elimination of human trafficking, things like that. Okay, and that is what the cause is. Over here, it's really super diluted because you're saying, okay, human rights, social justice. You're not describing anything at trade show booth. So in other words, as a viewer, we walk up to the trade show booth and we say, okay, equality, poverty, help, environment, and I can't read that. So, okay, so where am I now? I don't know what's going on. Do you see what I'm saying? I know you have some videos playing here, but what is the content of those videos, and what is the two things? What is the point you're trying to make, and what is the call to action? In other words, what are you trying to say, and the people who are listening, what do you want them to do once they've heard your message? Those are two things that are critical for you to decipher before moving on. The trade show booth itself, it looks pretty good. I'm not real sure why these bases are like this and the floor is like that. It's not a good perspective. So I would work on perspective of the trade show booth itself. Also, the desk, you don't want to stack type like this. It's too difficult to read. I mean, this one, I can't even read it. I have no idea what that says. So if I can't read it from this distance, I highly doubt if somebody from a trade show booth is going to be able to walk up and read that. So I highly recommend reconsidering that presentation there. You have your collateral sample. So this is your collateral, your information collateral. All right. What do you have on the cover? You have human rights versus social justice. That's it. I have no idea what this is about to say to me. Don't really have, if you hand this to me at a trade show booth, I look at it, I'm like, okay, the back's blank, we got 3 circles. The front's blank, we got 3 circles. Human rights versus social justice. I'm already super confused. Backside, okay, still more blank. I just don't get it. All right, next, we have collateral sample. Presumably this goes inside this, but don't forget, reuse, reduce, recycle. Let's reduce. We don't need this folder to hold this card. All right, it's wasted resources. If we take a look at this card, we have human rights versus social justice. But how can we integrate into our lives? Integrate what? Do you see what I'm saying? You have the location here, but if you're handing these out at the trade show, the person is already at the location. So having a location on your information collateral is fruitless. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're already there. They don't need to know where to go. Do you see what I'm saying? And then plus your collateral sample is supposed to be an informational collateral. You're supposed to be really telling the viewer exactly what your cause is and what you want them to do. Here we have no idea. And then to throw it into another realm over here, you're moving into planting and earth sustainability. What happened to human rights and social justice? I just don't get where this is going. I hope you're following what I'm saying. All right. Then you have your collateral sample. So presumably all this gets planted. I don't see the relationship between seed paper and human rights versus social justice. Okay, if this was deforestation or sustainable green practices, yes, absolutely, the seed paper makes sense, but it just doesn't make sense for human rights versus social justice. I don't see the connection between planting the paper and human rights and social justice. Okay. And then this, again, it's just really going in the wrong direction here. You kind of completely lost your cause here with human rights and social justice. Now you're moving into planting and a healthy earth. So really, really confusing. Okay. Now your giveaway. So you give away this piece and people do what with it? It's a bracelet. So why? Okay. So I come up to your booth, I go, okay, human rights, social justice, and then I get this, and I'm really confused, and then I get a bracelet to wear, where I'm so confused here, why would I put the bracelet on if I'm really confused? Do you see what I'm saying? Then you've separated human rights and social justice here. Human rights, social justice. What's your view? Well, that's not the point. The point is that you're trying to present a view on human rights and social justice. You're not just saying, okay, this is it, human rights and social. I hope I'm making sense. I don't think I think I've spent enough time describing the inconsistencies in the actual promotion itself. So that's my suggestion. I think that your materials list is great. You're understanding that, which is phenomenal. You're understanding sustainability. Okay, that's awesome. But the movement itself has just got a lot of holes in it. And that's what I'll be looking for as you move forward. I'll be looking for you to tie this all together somehow. Okay? All right, any questions or if I can clarify anything, please feel free to let me know. Thank you.